Well class, are we sitting comfortably? Then let's begin. Today's topic is the middle finger, a history. This gesture has gone by many names. The finger, the bird, the bone, the stork, the expressway digit, the one-fingered salute, the prodigious protrusion of pent-up frustration, the digitus imputicus, or as former President George W. Bush calls it, and I'm sure he's seen quite a lot of it in his time, the one-fingered victory salute. In addition, one can give, shoot, rise, or flip this gesture. But where did this gesture come from? What's its origins? How old is it? A lot of people think that this gesture originated in 1415 in France during the Battle of Agincourt, when the French were facing the English, and the English archers, who were really renowned in the 1400s, would use these two fingers to pluck the bowstring, and it was called plucking yew because the bows were made out of yew wood. And at the beginning of this battle, the French threatened to cut off these two fingers of any English soldier that they captured so that they would be unable to use their archers, which were their major devastating force. The English won the battle, and at the end, supposedly, a legend goes that the English bowmen held up these two fingers at the defeated French army and said, "We can still pluck you." Now, this is a sort of mythological origin of the finger, and while it does have its charms, evidence would suggest that the finger is far older. Historical evidence and documentation of the finger goes back for more than 2,500 years, to where, of course, Western society gets almost everything from, ancient Greece. Strepsiades uses it in one of Socrates' dialogues. Astrophane uses it in The Cloud, and in 330 BC, Diogenes extends his middle finger at a pompous orator passing by, snarking, "There goes the demagogue of Athens." The finger was picked up by the ancient Romans, who were quite fond of the gesture, particularly Roman soldiers, and they gave it the title digitus imputicus. The middle finger probably reached its height of fame in Rome when the Emperor Caligula ruled. When anybody would come and speak to the emperor, they were obliged to kiss his hand, and he would extend his hand with his middle finger only extended as an insult to sort of the entire world. The middle finger disappears for most of the Dark Ages, with hardly any trace left of it, probably due in Western civilization to the prevalence of the Catholic Church, which was not crazy about the gesture. But it, could not be killed. It re-emerges. The first record of the middle finger making its way to our shores here in America was in 1886. Actually captured on film in 1886 at a baseball game between New York and Boston, when a Boston fan was giving the gesture to a New York fan, as I'm sure they still do today. But it has grown from these simple beginnings in America to be the third most commonly used gesture in the US, beaten only by the wave and the thumbs up. So that was your obscure history lesson for the day, and you better study because there'll be a pop quiz later. Today's topic is the middle history of finger. The middle history of finger.